What's going on, moviegoers? If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian. Welcome to SeaWorld Productions. We got some breaking news as of yesterday, you guys. We have a massive, huge update on Thunderbolts, a film I am really excited about. When they announced Thunderbolts was coming our way, I was like, holy crap, this is going to be exciting. Who's going to be in the lineup? And then we got the lineup of Ghost, Red Guardian, Bucky, Yelena, Taskmaster. I was like, oh, absolutely. And the more U.S. Agent, which I loved, Wyatt Russell, and the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I was like, absolutely. And then earlier last year, they announced that Yeun would be playing a role in the Thunderbolts. And it turned out he was going to be portraying Sentry. A lot of people were like, holy crap, yo, they got Yeun to play Sentry in the MCU. This is going to be interesting. But you also had the other side of the fan base who's kind of upset because of the whole diversity thing, you know, the race bending, you know, Marvel Studios, you know, Disney. They're really big on that right now. But Yeun is a wonderful, wonderful actor. He will always be, in my eyes, Glenn from The Walking Dead. I mean, every time I see him, I think of Glenn because his role as Glenn in The Walking Dead was so good. And when he died by the hands of Negan in that bat, I was heartbroken. I will never forget that feeling I had when Glenn died in The Walking Dead. I was devastated, you guys. But as of yesterday, you guys, it looks like Yeun has officially dropped out of the Thunderbolts as Sentry. But why? What happened? Well, we all know that the actor strike and the writer strike happened last year, and that put a huge delay in a bunch of projects. And the reports are coming out stating that it was due because of a conflict in the schedule. That is such a bummer. It is a bummer to hear because it seemed like he was ultrally just excited about ultrally. Is that even a word? Ultrally? Did I really just say ultrally? Why did I just say ultrally? I don't even think that's a word, ultrally. I gotta look that up. He was ultimately, really excited about the role. And I'm like, yo, he can show so much range, especially with the Sentry, who has a lot of problems, who is really overly powerful, but can, be a massive force within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So I'm like, damn, it's such a bummer to see him, drop out of the role. I'm pretty sure Marvel Studios is already meeting up with a bunch of other actors for the role. There was a rumor earlier this week that, or earlier last week, that Ryan Gosling has met with Marvel Studios for a role. I'm like, well, could that be it? But I don't know if Marvel Studios has dedicated the role of Sentry of being Asian. Because if so, then you're going to have to cast another Asian actor. But, there's a whole bunch of fan casting out there right now. And they're like, well, if I were going to, cast a Sentry, it's got to be, Alexander Skarsgård. It's got to be like a Henry Cavill. It's got to be like an Alan Rickman. It's got to be like a Jeremy Allen White. I'm like, look, all of those actors are phenomenal. And I would love to see them in the role as Sentry. But like I said, I don't know how dedicated the role is to the ethnicity of being Asian in the Thunderbolts. So, like, if it was, written deeply into the character, then obviously you cannot go with any of those actors. But it has me to believe, Leo, if Marvel Studios was talking to Ryan Gosling for a potential role of him playing the Sentry, I mean, this is supposed to start shooting in April. So it could be a possibility we could get Ryan Gosling in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Look, the MCU right now is desperate for a win. It is desperate. It really is. I mean, with Deadpool 3 coming out this year, that is a guaranteed win. I guarantee you guys. But other than that, we have nothing but animated series coming out this year. And that's no shots at Marvel. I mean, the animated series has been great. The What If, season 1 and 2, I really enjoyed, especially season 2. But, they're dialing back and, they're looking at all the cards they have and they're really reconstructing a lot of things right now, going into the multiverse saga and ending the multiverse saga, going into possibly the mutant saga, which they should have just started off from the get. Because honestly, it seems like a lot of people are just tired of this multiverse saga. A lot of people just want it over. You know what I mean? Now, there isn't that much love for Kang the Conqueror, with Jonathan Majors being fired, but possibly being replaced by Coleman Domingo, which I absolutely think is a wonderful idea. There's not that much love for the character, and there's not that much love for the multiverse stuff. I mean, honestly, I'm really, the people really only love, Spider-Man No Way Home and Loki. Other than that, the whole multiverse storyline just isn't really connecting with your general audience. And, you need to pull them in. You need to pull them in fast and hard. You have to. I mean, the Infinity Saga, everybody was on board when they saw Thanos at the end of Avengers. Everyone's like, holy crap. And then it led up to the Infinity Stones. And oh my God, what is going to happen? And then we got Infinity War and Endgame. A massive conclusion of the Infinity Saga. So sell the fans on this multiverse crap. You know what I mean? Reconstruct everything if you have to. Make it all fit into one great narrative. And stop having these separate projects just scattered all over the board and not connecting with anything. That is one of the main issues right now with Marvel. I kind of went on a tangent. I kind of went on a whole spiel right now of the whole multiverse saga. But I'm pretty bummed out by Stephen Yeun not being, Sentry and the Thunderbolts. Hopefully they can cast somebody great. Like I said, it really depends on what's gonna happen with the ethnicity. And if the ethnicity was already written into the character and the script is already halfway done, then it's going to be kind of difficult to, cast somebody who is not Asian. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens, you guys. Let me know what you guys, I'm total brain fart. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you think about Stephen Yeun officially dropping out of Thunderbolts, which is slated for 2025? Thoughts and opinions, you guys. Who would you recast him with? Please post your comments down below and let me know. Peace.